For the first time in Australian political history, two major parties have selected candidates with Chinese heritage to battle for the marginal seat of Chisholm, where almost 1 in 5 voters have Chinese ancestry.
I feel very proud of seeing that two Chinese women candidates.
Labour has introduced Taiwanese woman Jennifer Yang, and Liberal has selected Hong Kong immigrant Gladys Liu to stand for this election.
It's a gratifying sign of the way in which the two major parties can be responsive to the demographic changes going on around us.
Who are these two women? What changes are they bringing to the Australian political landscape? The first political debate held in both Mandarin and English took place in Glen Waverley last month. It saw Ms. Liu and Ms. Yang arguing their policies to the audience.
My name is Gladys Liu. I'm the Liberal candidate for the federal seat of Chisholm.
我们这一次的大选，虽然工党作为反对党，我们并不是只有出来说对方多么不好。
It was a historical event for many Chinese Australians. The debate was noted as an achievement of their political establishment in Australia. With her smile on her face, Ms. Liu could have never imagined that a comment she made in this debate was the start of a political nightmare. She slammed a 2016 article by The Guardian, which quoted her saying, "Chinese people come to Australia because they want good things for the next generation, not to be destroyed." They use the word destroyed by same-sex marriage, transgender, intergender, all this rubbish.
I was asked about what I had heard from the Chinese community, and I told the person who interviewed me what I heard. When it was reported, it became my words. It was fake news.
An angry protester showed up in an early voting center and confronted Ms. Liu on her stance on LGBT issues.
So my message to you, Gladys, is act out of love and compassion and generosity, not fear. Gladys.
Ms. Liu shook the hands of the protester, but she refused to debate with the man. Monash University senior politics lecturer Nick Economou said Ms. Liu's comments on LGBT issues matched her conservative mindset as a Liberal candidate.
It doesn't surprise me that a Liberal Party candidate would say something like that. The concern is the socially conservative candidate or the socially conservative branch of the Liberal Party in step with the attitudes of the voters at large? If the voters don't share the same conservative views as the candidate, then presumably it's one of those things that might make voters vote for the other side.
After recent spotlight on Ms. Liu's past controversial comments, she has been limiting her media exposure. Mojo News tried to fix an interview with Ms. Liu, but she responded on WeChat that Liberal advised her not to interact with media.
因为主流媒体对我的不合理的攻击，但是也是很多广泛的报道，所以总部呢就不想再让我接受媒体的采访，因为也不知道你们会怎么样做。
In contrast to her political opponent, Labour candidate Ms. Yang is happy to outline her political ambitions.
I'm ready to be the first Chinese Australian woman in the House of Representatives.
Ms. Yang moved to Australia in 2001. She had served as a councillor in Manningham from 2011 to 2017. She was elected as the mayor of Manningham twice during this period. Although Ms. Yang has been seen as a representative of the Chinese community, she made it clear that she will voice beyond Chinese Australian issues.
In my case, everyone living in my area, even they are not the voters. For me, if it's a resident come to me, or if it's even it's an international student live in my area, yes, they can vote. But if they have an issue, if they have a problem, I will helping them. I will try to make sure their voice be heard because they are also part of people living in our country.
With a background in IT, Ms. Yang understands how powerful social media is. She joined opposition leader Bill Shorten in a live WeChat group sessions with Chinese voters.
Hi everybody, it's Bill Shorten here. I'm really looking forward to hearing your views and comments.
大家好，我是 Jennifer 杨千惠，今天很高兴在这边跟 Bill 一起来做这个做客微信直播。
Following that, Labour held several WeChat live group chats with key speakers within the party.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining this WeChat discussion.
Hi, it's Tony Burke. I'm here with Dr. Brian Aller.
Hi, I'm Penny Wong and I'm here with our fantastic candidate for Banks, Chris Gambian. And we look forward to answering your questions soon on WeChat Live.
Labour's focus on WeChat came from its loss in the last federal election. WeChat is one of the most used apps in Chinese community. It has about 1 million active users a month in Australia. In 2016, a scare campaign using fake news attacking Labour circulated in WeChat. The effort helped Liberal Party snatch the seat of Chisholm from Labour. Ms. Liu had boasted about her role behind the WeChat campaign. As the election draws closer, another round of fake news campaign against Labour appeared in WeChat. Labour has hinted towards Liberals' collusion. However, Ms. Liu and Liberal denied involvement. SBS Mandarin producer Ms. Hu said the Chinese voters were furious finding themselves drowning in fake news again.
I heard from the WeChat groups and also friends, people around me, they say, I can't do this kind of nasty thing.
We will need to wait to the election day to find out how much WeChat has affected the result. In the meantime, both candidates have started planning their future in federal parliament. An article published in Ms. Liu's WeChat official account stated she would help Chinese Australians to achieve their Australian dreams. As for Ms. Yang, she will focus more on science policies if she gets elected.
I'm personally passionate about is really into the science, climate change, innovation. We don't see a lot of elected representatives coming from this background, and so I hope I can contribute more in this area.
History will be made on 18th of May. If either Ms. Yang or Ms. Liu will be elected, Australia will welcome its first Chinese member in the House of Representatives. No matter who wins, the Chinese community is thrilled to see a Chinese face appear in a federal lower house.
As a Chinese origin, as a female figure, when you stand up in the parliament, this is significant, just like Penny Wong. That means the status of Chinese lived up.
A bright future for Chinese Australians. Tan, Mojo News.